Hello and welcome to Nano Battle. Today we'll be playing the Hexagon Rumble Pack. Everything here is already set up and ready to go. In this pack we have a black and a white alpha, our nano field arena of 7 hex tiles, 2 dice for each, one for each nanoid, a nano field arena card that'll let you know what's unique about these particular nano fields, 2 sets of 6 command cards, our operator's guidebook, a Nanoid factions overview with our optional advanced rule card. For this one it's faction alliance, and 2 optional mode cards for experience mode, and these have personas that will level up your nanoids should you choose to do so. Today we'll not be playing with these 2 advanced rules and modes. We'll just be going straight into the game. To start, you're always going to want to roll off. This is a solo match, so we'll be doing everything ourselves for both our nanoid and our opponent nanoid. So we roll off. In Nano Battle, these dice represent nanoseconds. The lower the number, the faster the reaction time, same as your command cards. So we rolled a 2, which means our alpha gets to go on to the nanofields first. So go here, and then for a solo match, just go to the opposite side of the arena. Okay, so let's take our command cards up and get to nano battling. So as you see, we have 6 command cards, and each one has a number. Like I said, each one's for how many nanoseconds it takes for your nanoid to get the command and actually activate. To activate a command, we have to first set a command down. So let's choose attack. You place that face down normally, and then you would choose one off of a shuffled deck of command cards for the wild nanoid, or you would wait for your opponent to select theirs. And then once everybody's ready, you reveal them. And we have white alpha dodging. They won, and our attack completely missing it. Our attack would have reached him if he didn't dodge, because his skill, which is used anytime, is any range 1 attack is range 2. So we didn't do it this time. So instead of attacking, we can also rotate our card when we activate. So if we rotate it, he'll also rotate his, and in addition to dodging, he will also boost. So it's always a trade-off of what you want to do and when you want to do it. Timing is everything in Nano Battle. All of this is taking place within seconds in game time while you mull over your choices and your opponent impatiently waits for your next move. So let's not rotate. He dodged it, and let's go to use our super attack, and we'll see how this nanoid will react. And they will attack. Because an attack is 3 and a super is 5, they will attack first. It's range 2, and right now he is a 6, which is green on the dice, so we'll be using the green power node. So that's 1 and 2 for an attack, range 2. Whenever someone attacks a nanoid has armor that it must check. And same thing with the dice, you would roll the dice, anything 4 or higher, the armor fails to react in time and you receive the full damage. So that's 1, 2. 3, 2, or 1, the armor activates successfully and it will reduce the damage by the nanoid's total armor value, which for alpha is 1. So let's choose another move, or command to activate. Let's dash into the center, and they will use their super. Let's go ahead and dash here. And we landed on a +1 spark node. These nodes, when you land on them, will give you or take away whatever the value shows in the center. And the other nodes are the factions, whether or not you'll be able to activate your ultra if it matches your faction. And depending on the modes or rules, it can also affect whether or not you can use the nodes on any of the nano fields. Okay, so we dashed 2, and they will use super. Their super attack is Rocket Punch, which is an attack that also pushes a target 1 hex away. If you're unable to move the target 1 hex away, then it would be -1 damage. So it was important for me to dash into the center to mitigate that 1 extra damage this nanoid can do. The nanoid again is still at 6. And we have 6 and 1. and +1, that's 2 total, and then we'll be pushed. The Nanoid can push us in any direction as long as it's away. Let's go ahead and pop ourselves onto a new one, and we landed on our faction node. Let's roll for the armor check. And that was a 1, so we will only receive 1 damage again. Time for our next attack. Well, we need to use this opportunity, so let's activate our Ultra attack. This can only be activated when you are on your Nanoid's faction node. And they will dash. The blue text on every command card will tell you how they should activate this particular card. For this one, they will target the closest face down hex. If there are none, they will endure. In a solo match, sometimes you'll have hexes that'll be on opposing sides. Technically, they could go to either one. You are the one that decides who or where they will move. For me, I'm always going to not make it easy on myself. They will always be moving in closer. Wouldn't make much sense to go away, especially when they're at more sparks than I am. So we go here. He's already at maximum sparks, so he would not go any higher. And I will now initiate my Ultra attack. So that's Giga Blast. Anytime you see a slash with a dice, you have to roll the dice and see if it applies. So we got 4 or higher. So range 4 attack with +3, +1, and -1 spark for us. So that's 4, 5, and it's red, so that's 6. So that is a whole lot of damage. Let's see if Alpha's armor checks, and it does. We only do 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and that is quite a bit. Let's see, our next move shall be dodge. He still has his mega out there. And sure enough, we dodged it. And you only have 1 dodge card, but it will completely dodge whatever attack is coming your way. So let's go to our next one. Actually, yeah, so we go there. And our last card. Just both run. When 2 cards are played at the same time, we roll off. The lower dice number again is how many nanoseconds it takes to react. So we are 3, so we will run first. Go ahead and run to the center to get a boost of sparks. And they will run towards the closest face down hex. Let's just also go to the center. And they will also +1. Okay, at the end of a round, when all your cards are played, the last card remaining is taken and disabled for the remainder of the match. This is the Rift trying to stop you from the Nano Battle in the first place so that I can continue to grow. So we would pick up our cards and we would shuffle the remaining cards quickly. Start riffle shuffle. Just to randomize it. And we continue the next round with 1 fewer cards to choose from. So now, let's go ahead and dash again while they will dodge. And because we did not activate an attack this turn, they will rotate it and boost, which is +1 power or range on their next activation this round. So I will dash after that back to our faction node. And the next card I will play, you guessed it, Ultra again. So they will attack. Okay, so they will attack first before we get our Ultra attack in. And so their attack is -2 with the green, so they would actually do no damage. And so we will activate our Ultra, and that's the Giga Blast again. So we'll roll off, and we get 6. So we do lose another point of sparks, and it's 3, 4, 5, and we're on green. That's 6 again. So even if he gets it, which he did, we still are doing 5 points of damage. 2, 3, 4, 5. And so this Alpha is knocked out. And when you knock out Nanoid, enough sparks have been spilled on the arena so that you are able to close the arena up and the rift to save the day. And that's it. That's a Nano Battle match. They're fairly quick. We're just under 10 minutes, which is about what an average match should be. Now, like I said, we also have extra cards in each Rumble Pack. These cards are unique to each Rumble Pack. This one is the Faction Alliance, and what it does is it would create alliances with the factions on the nanofields. So if you are not a part of the faction or not neighboring your faction, you would not be able to use the power nodes on the arena or the nanofield hex tiles. You can always try to use it by creating an alliance, but there is a trade-off of maybe losing a spark or two. So it mixes up the rules. Each Rumble Pack comes with its own rule that significantly changes the way you play and think about things, as well as the 2 experience mode cards. These 2 are always different in the pack, and each Rumble Pack is also different. The back of them will always be 2 different personas, and each one has 5 levels to it with a new attack for each level, or rather a new special move for each level, and they correspond with the dodge, dash, attack, run, and super commands when you activate. So a wild nanoid would always activate these and always target the opponent, whereas an operator will be able to choose which move they can use depending on which command card they activated, and each one has its own flavor of attack and how it will go about its business. The only thing that will always remain the same is on level 3 their attack will become an aura blast, so it's a souped up version of their base attack that will also pierce and ignore all armor on the opposing nanoid. These cards are also a big part of story mode, and what makes the story mode so challenging. The nanoids that you'll be fighting will often be at least level 1 or higher, while yours might not be. And you can only level up when you defeat another nanoid in story mode. So I just wanted to make sure that, no matter which pack you got some unique cards that change up the way you play. You get unique nanoids, unique nanofields. These nanofields have unique characteristics in how you'll play. You'll always have your trusty operator's guidebook to help you learn how to play or if you have any questions. But for the most part, we made it so that all of the cards have the rules and what they'll do right on there. So if you follow the text exactly as it's read, you'll almost always have the answer to what you should be doing. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. All of our Nano Battle packs are on sale at nanobattle.com. We still have our Founders Bundle as of this video's upload. That includes our Hexagon or any Rumble Pack, a story mode pack that's packed with 60 cards and extra tiles and counters, as well as a wild nanoid pack, which comes in 10 different varieties with a combination of unique figures and colors in each one. And these in story mode are the nanoids that you'll be fighting against using the nanoid that you found in your Rumble Pack per the story and all that. And then with the Founders Bundle, you also get a bag that'll store at least 4 packs, up to 4 packs in it so that you can take it all on the go. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time with a different Rumble Pack.